Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to discuss what I am currently reading, what I need to finish reading by the end of April, and it's a lot. So yeah, I can feel myself like cringing at the amount that the amount of books I'm currently involved with and the amount of books I need to read for the end of April. But yeah, without much further ado, let's get into this pile of books. Oh gosh. Okay, so the thing I'm currently reading at the moment is Crowned with Love by Barbara Cartland. I'm really loving this. This is so good. It's a romantic novel and it's by probably one of the most prolific authors of the 20th century. The woman wrote over 700 novels. They were very short and they were all about sort of love and kings and queens and princesses and dukes. And indeed, when I'm reading this one, I keep thinking that on every page I turn, I'm going to get an update from Lady Whistledown from Bridgerton. It's like a tamed down version of Bridgerton. It involves a princess called Giona who has been forced into a marriage that she doesn't want to happen by her mother's godmother, Queen Victoria, and she's being sent away to a country that is strange to her, and stuff happens. I'm about 50 pages from the end and I'm really enjoying it. It's so well written, it's so much fun, and it's so fluffy, and I just love it. And I have another 39 of these because I picked up a collection of 40. They were published in the mid-80s and I saw them on eBay, and something about them just called out to me. I think my husband Duncan and I had watched a documentary on Princess Diana, and Barbara Cartland was Princess Diana's mother's stepmother. So she was Princess Diana's step-grandmother, and Princess Diana was an avid reader of these books. And they're just fab. I just love them. I can't wait to read them all. Duncan doesn't think I will, but yeah, I'll not read them all at once. There's 40 of them after all. But yeah, it's so good. So the next one that I have to read for the end of the month is Journey to the Centre of the Earth. This was April's pick from the TBR jar that Duncan has created for me. This is by Jules Verne. I have not started this yet. At the time of filming, I do have just under 2 weeks left of April. But yeah, scary times. The next thing I'm about halfway through, and this was meant to be a book of the month for an Agatha Christie group that I'm part of. It's Christie Fest, run by Julie, the Hungry Bookworm, and Lil over at Lil's Vintage World. And every month we do an Agatha Christie book, and then we also do a book of the month, which is not necessarily, or isn't, an Agatha Christie book. This is Strong Poison by Dorothy L. Sayers. I got halfway through this, and then last month I had my bad back. My back went out, and I was on really strong painkillers, and I wasn't reading much. And then when I did recover and managed to get out of bed, I had so much that I had to read for review, and books that needed to be reviewed by a certain date. So I just haven't gotten back into this, but I was really enjoying this. This is a Lord Peter Wimsey mystery, and this is the first appearance of Harriet Vane. She is accused of a murder, and Lord Peter Wimsey doesn't believe that she is guilty. But this is just so good. The next one that I'm reading is a collection of poetry, and it's called Ordered Chaos, and it's As Written by Nature and Fire by B.B. Holmes. The writer of this, at the time of publication, is only 17, and the poetry is really rather lovely. It's very dark, it's very it gives me a sort of gothic feel about it. Yeah, and the front cover is just beautiful, gorgeous. So the next thing I was actually sent for review by Fitzcarraldo Editions. It still has the sort of press release thing in it, so I will take that out. It is called The Netanyahus by Joshua Cohen. I shall read you the back of this because it sounds fabulous. Corbin College, not quite upstate New York, winter 1959 to 1960. Reuben Blum, a Jewish historian, but not a historian of the Jews, is co-opted into a hiring committee to review the application of an exiled Israeli scholar specialising in the Spanish Inquisition. When Benzion Netanyahu shows up for an interview, family unexpectedly in tow, Blum plays the reluctant host. To guests who proceed to lay waste to his American complacencies, mixing fiction with non-fiction, the campus novel with the lecture, the Netanyahus is a wildly inventive genre-bending comedy of blending identity and politics, an account of a minor and ultimately even negligible episode in the history of a very famous family that finds Joshua Cohen at the height of his powers. And it's a review copy, but it's also a finished. It's what the finished edition will look like. So I'm so happy, and that sounds really fab. And indeed, when I received the email asking if I wanted to review it, I read the synopsis and I was just like, please send me this because it sounds fab. And I always love receiving books that have the sort of the press release. I just love it. It's just great. It's fab. So the next one that I'm reading and I want to finish in April is this gorgeous folio edition of A Shropshire Lad by A.E. Housman. I can't get it out. There we go. So that's the slipcase, and then the front, he has a nipple out, so I'll cover that. It's made of this sort of gorgeous kind of almost like sackcloth. It's really textured and lovely. This edition is from 1991, and it's beautiful, and the poetry is lovely. It talks about his love for the country and his country, and obviously as well he was a gay man, so there's a lot of allusions to that kind of side of his life, and it's throughout there are these gorgeous pieces of artwork as well, which are just stunning. This was a very lucky find on eBay, and I'm so happy to have it because it's just beautiful. And I am, how many pages am I in? I'm about 17 or 18 pages in, and the poetry so far is gorgeous, and I'm really enjoying it. And I do hope to finish it by the end of April. I've got a lot to read. I've got a lot, and it won't go back in its slipcase now. There we go. So the next one that I'm reading, I don't have to finish this for April because it's my daily read for the year, and it's a poem for the day. And this is edition 1. There are 2 editions of this. There's this lovely sort of green one, and then there's a pink one, which is like a different set of poems. And I think I'm a couple of days behind with this, so yeah, I need to catch up there. But some of the poems are really, really gorgeous, and they've introduced me to poets that I'd heard of, but I'd never necessarily read before, and it's made me interested to find some of the writers' other works and other poetry collections and stuff. I love these kind of things, and every year I do have a book that I read, like a passage of a day. Well, I try to anyway, and I love this. So next year will probably be the second in the series of this, which I can't wait for. So that is everything that I am reading and everything I have to read by the end of April. Is that a tall order? Will I get there? I'm sure I will. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.